We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, a new podcast starring Paul Smith and Joe Granelli. Follow us at tugayspod on Instagram. New episodes every Friday. We hope you enjoy. Hey, all you tuggers, I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe.
And we are These Unprecedented Gays.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, how's it going? And we're so thankful for all of you tuggers out there who have been listening to us. We really appreciate it.
We do. You're perfect. You're beautiful. You look like Linda Evangelista. You're a model. If you walk out there in a diaper, they would say they love your smile.
Did you stone those tights?
I did stone them tights. I did.
Well, and if you all know what that came from, you know that this week's episode is going to be about Rupaul and Drag Race. But before we get into that, how was your week, Joe?
You know, Paul, I love when you ask me that question. Unrelated, but I feel like I was listening to one of our episodes and you say unprecedented. I say it so differently, because how do you say unprecedented?
Unprecedented?
Well, because you always say, like, welcome to these unprecedented.
Oh, you know what? I think it's because I'm just like, these unprecedented gays.
Because I'm always like, unprecedented. Yeah, I accent it differently. Flair. I know. Guys, we were surfing flair. No, my week has been good. As you all know, as you tuggers know, I am a father of I was going to say a child. Not a child. Of a dog. Of a puppy.
Could you stop saying father and just say daddy?
Okay, fine, I'm a daddy. Ugh. But Max has been good. We had our first bath. I've also noticed that I start saying we. Like, we went pee and poop outside. Yeah. Like, we had a really successful outdoor elimination. We had a really successful outdoor walk.
I know, because you used to do it alone by yourself.
I know. I know. I'm glad that people can't see me when I'm outside on my own. But see, it's so weird.
And I love how you say outside elimination, like we're on RuPaul Drag Race and somebody just lost a lip sync of their life. So
they have to go outside. Yeah. Oh, they did not lip sync. Honey, you are up for elimination and you have to sashay away. But yeah, no, we've been doing a lot of just kind of playing around, and I gave him his first bath, which was super sweet. It was okay. he didn't mind it after a while, but I don't think dogs like, bathing in general.
No,
so,
really.
But that was my week. Work was crazy. I was glad I actually took off Monday, so I did absolutely nothing with my day. I was so excited to just sit and be a boring couch potato. What about you?
Yeah, the week was good. Just, had to work and everything. But I did want to give a shout out because I was able to reconnect with a friend. His name is Hedrick, and he is one of the guys on the podcast Hurry Up and Die. So if you guys have a chance, go out and listen to that podcast. They are hilarious. It's him and his cousin and his friend, I think, and they're just... they talk about weird things.
I was going to ask, what's it about?
So it's all about everything. It's like, they talk about Mario Kart, skateboarding, all this different kind of things, but like, kind of like what we do. Just different because
super
it's
random. Oh, that's fine. We love all people.
Right.
Whatever you identify as. Why is it called Hurry Up and Die?
Because that is what they would say when you were in an arcade or you were waiting to play on a video game system. You would be like, hurry up and die already, so they could get their turn.
Okay.
I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. But no, Hedrick's a really cool guy. He used to be a tattoo artist down the street at a tattoo parlor we used to go to. I mean, I didn't go there. I've got stuff there, and Andy's got stuff there. But we would walk by with Cooper, and he would come out and give Cooper treats and everything. And Cooper loved him, and he had this routine where he would go at 5:00 and want to go by there to see him to get treats.
It's 5:00 somewhere for Cooper, and he got treats. There you go.
So, hey out there to Hedrick and the guys at Hurry Up and Die podcast. If you have a chance, go look for them wherever that you get your podcast.
I'll have to check them out.
But only after you listen to ours.
Yeah. First Tuggers, next Hurry Up and Diers.
Right.
Or HUDs, whatever you call them.
Also, we are getting ready for the election. So
We are.
If you have not already, please, please, please make sure you get out and vote. It is very, very important, especially with the climate that we have right now in our country. It is so important for you to get out and make sure that your voice is heard.
So I actually, last week I didn't know what the website was, but the website is voterstatus.sos.ca.gov if you live in California. So do that, check to see your status, and you should be good.
Right. And then even if you put in your ballot, there is a way to check your ballot status also.
Oh.
I don't know what that is, but I know that you can do it. But when you fill out your ballot, there is a website on there for you guys to check it out, and please utilize that because we want to make sure that everybody's voice is heard again.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I haven't gotten my ballot yet, but I've gotten my voter guide, and I am excited to get my ballot, and I am going to protect that like it is my. Well, I was going to say child, but I have a child, but not that.
And it looks like it's the same website that Joe just gave you to check your ballot status because we just got ours today, so I'm very excited about that.
Cool. I'm waiting for mine, so any day now.
Any day now. I promise. So we have a question before we get into
from
the topic.
who?
We have
Who
a
asked the question?
From a listener.
From a listener?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Chandler. Tell me more. Like, does she have a car?
Well, we do know that Grease 2 is your favorite movie.
It's actually from Grease 1, but thank you.
Oh my God, no! I'm trying. It's not an infotainment session today, is it?
But we have a question from Chandler, and she wants to know if you had to get jiggy with it with any two celebrities, who would they be?
Oh my God.
I'll let you answer first.
And are we talking about like dancing or like are we talking about like getting with it?
No, get jiggy with
Jake
it.
Gyllenhaal, 100%.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it?
Well, I have to pick two.
Twice?
Oh, yes, please. Jake Gyllenhaal is my favorite human being in the chat because he's just like, he has those piercingly blue eyes and he's just like, oh, a beautiful, beautiful man. I don't know the other person who I would pick. Go, you give me one of yours and then I'll think about my next one.
Okay, so the first one is James Corden.
Okay.
Because I think he's such
cute.
a little cutie and stuff. The other one is David Harbour, who plays the sheriff in Stranger Things. Which
one's he?
The big guy.
What's his name in the show? Hopper.
Yes. He plays Hopper on Stranger Things.
He's cute.
I know, and he's a big guy, so as you can see, there's a theme running here. I like him thick, with a lot of C's.
Hey, more meat to grab, right?
Okay, I always said it's more insulation for the penetration.
Okay, there you go. And as we all know, I learned a lot about insulation earlier in the year. Maybe not that insulation, but sure. I don't know who my next one would be. I'm trying to think. God. I always just default to Jake Gyllenhaal just because he's like, ugh.
So we'll just do Jake Gyllenhaal twice.
Yeah, we can do twice. I'd be fine with that. He would be too.
All right, so
he can break back my mountain. It's fine.
I can't with that right now. So we're gonna move on. We do have another question from Chandler, but we'll do that at the end of the show. But we do want to get into RuPaul's Drag Race,
which is today's topic.
Because we're both fans. Mm-hmm. Now, I do have a RuPaul story.
Uh-oh.
So, back in the day, like 1998, I opened up the House of Blues box office, and not long after we opened up, I went to the talent department and I said, "Hey, we really need to get on board with Gay Days." Which is a huge weekend in
Was this in Anaheim?
Orlando. It's in Orlando. When I lived in Orlando. And it's a huge weekend where like all the gays come down in June, which is like the hottest month almost. Yeah. And I don't understand it. But they all come down in
Limited
June.
Clothing, that's why.
Yeah, and the Saturday they go to Magic Kingdom and stuff, so it's a lot of fun. So they decided, yes, they're going to do a Gay Days thing, and I helped them out with it for the whole weekend. We got Martha Wash. We got Junior Vasquez to DJ, and it was going to be RuPaul performing. The night of, I'm helping work the actual event, and RuPaul shows up like an hour to an hour and a half late and goes right to the stage, does a 45-minute set of like 3 songs, and then the rest is like talking to the audience and stuff, and then leaves.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, not the greatest thing, because you hear a lot of stories about RuPaul and everything, like that whole thing with Pearl when she said...
Is that something, or do I have something on my face?
No, it was like the other one where she was on, where she said, if it's not on camera...
Oh, yeah, nothing you say matters unless the cameras are rolling.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, it kind of felt like that kind of moment, like kind of thing for me. So it was just interesting, but it's great because Junior Vasquez spun like crazy, and I love him. So, but anyway, that was my RuPaul story.
Well, so I'm glad that you brought up the nothing that you say matters, because if you guys aren't aware, we meet and then we catch up. Normally we catch up and it's like, hey, how was your week and everything. So now we have to say to each other, nothing matters unless the microphones are on, and I have to step back and be like, I can't talk to Paul about anything. And we are very social beings, if you can't tell, super, super social. And it's kind of like, okay, don't talk about anything. Don't say anything. We'll get it on the podcast. We're going to have to wait until we record. And I'm just sitting here idly with my thumbs, just like twiddling my thumbs. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll do nothing. Okay. How was that air that you breathed?
Right, because that's the only thing we could talk about. Or like, look at Cooper. He's being so cute. No, don't talk about that.
No, Cooper could be a topic of conversation. I forgot to say, so one thing that did happen last week, I don't know if you guys are aware, this is to the whole crowd and also Paul and everyone in the room, the producers. I'm kind of like a hypochondriac a little bit, but not really, but kind of, but sorta, if that makes sense. Like, so for a perfect example, like, I think I pulled my groin a little bit last week. I don't know, since I have a puppy now and we walk up a lot of stairs because we have to go up the stairs, and I think I might have like stepped on the stair wrong or whatever because I was wearing flip-flops. Also, everyone, wear supporting shoes. Like, do yourself a favor. Get your insoles, get your custom orthotics, get some good shoes, because if you have unbalanced life, you're just unhappy. PSA right there. So, but I like get back and I was like, ow, like there's a sensation downstairs, and not a good one, right? I mean, I'm all for downstairs sensations, but I was like, oh my God, like there's a pain in my like nether regions. And I'm looking online and I'm like, okay, well, like, what could this be? And I'm like, okay, let me go online. My mom always says, don't go on Dr. Google. Ever.
Right.
Because I have like either brain cancer or like,
you're
ALS. Yeah.
Like
I've survived a lot of those though. Like I'm like patient zero that survived all these things. But I diagnosed myself with testicular torsion, which needs immediate emergency surgery to get fixed. And I was like, I have it. This is it. And I'm like, well, I'll just take a Motrin and go take a nap and see if I can, power through this.
I love that those are the two extremes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut my balls off, or
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a Motrin and that'll be okay.
And I had some water, and then it ended up not feeling as like painful. And I was like, well, I'm a survivor. Like I'm another survivor. But super random. But yeah, so.
What color ribbon should we wear for you?
I like a nice green ribbon. Okay. Green's my favorite color. You can use it to hold up your balls if they are falling off. But no, so back to the preamble or whatever.
Right.
When we are meeting, we have to be very, mindful of not saying anything.
Right. And so it's just, we're both huge fans of RuPaul's Drag Race. This is an exciting episode for us.
Oh, 100%.
Like, Andy and I have a tradition, like, we always, with RuPaul's Drag Race, we will watch it Saturday morning together. Like, we'll go out to Starbucks, get our coffee, maybe get a bagel, come back, and, like, sit and have our breakfast and watch RuPaul's Drag Race. So
you get that mochaccino, latte maca, whatever you get.
Yes. China.
Extra whip.
But, that was our thing. Like, and that's how, and I actually introduced Andy to RuPaul's Drag Race.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I feel like last week when we talked about fandoms, I was trying to rack my mind and see if I was a super fan of anything. And then this week, now that we're talking about Drag Race, I am 100% a RuPaul's Drag Race stan. Like, I stand for the queens. Now you
understand.
Yeah, I understand now. Because it's like, I don't know every single episode, but you put a drag queen in front of me and I lose my shit. Like, if you lip sync and you do a death drop and you have like amazing looks, I'm just like, yes, I can die happy.
Don't drop dead, do a death drop,
yes.
Please.
In appropriate shoes so you don't pull your groin and think you have testicular torsion. Safety, guys. But yeah, for me though, I watch it on whenever it premieres on the TV because I have like streaming cable kind of thing, but I get it 3 hours in advance.
Oh.
So when I used to live over by the bars,
watching it in the future.
Yeah. But I would watch it at like 5:00. And then I remember one time. So Moe's is a huge bar in Hillcrest in San Diego in the neighborhood. And I was like disgruntled because, I don't know, I had to walk to Walgreens or something. And I remember they were watching the RuPaul's Drag Race at Moe's. And I don't know, I was just like in a grumpy mood. I probably hadn't had enough sugar that day. And I had already seen the episode and I like shouted like, she doesn't even win! in the hopes that like it would make me feel better. It didn't, and it was fine. But yeah, super fan here. And I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I know you love RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay, so my RuPaul Drag Race Moe's story for you is we actually saw Bob the Drag Queen in Moe's because he went to
in drag or out of drag?
In drag.
Okay.
He was doing a show there, and it was right during season 8. So
that
they hadn't announced the winner and stuff yet. So, but I got to go up and do prance down the runway in front of Bob and everything, and in front of the entire restaurant, and actually have it on video and stuff. So I'm gonna have to try and find that and see if I can post it to the Instagram, tugayspod on
Shameless
Instagram.
plug. Shameless plug, everybody.
But I've just been told by our producer Andy that he does have that video, and we will get it up.
Well, I will say, everyone, listeners, one of my favorite things about Paul is that he vogues and will do it so flawlessly. I vividly remember the first time I saw that, I lost my shit because he was like doing the thing with the arms and I was just like, what is happening? And I felt like I was in an alternate reality because it was so majestic and beautiful. And I was just like, this human being is so amazing.
I'm majestic,
You're
everyone.
Perfect. You're beautiful. You look like Linda Evangelista.
I did stone these tights.
You did. I knew. I could tell.
So, I do have something to get jumping off on this topic. We do have a question from a listener, Val.
Oh, we are, man, all you listeners, all you tuggers are just contenting us up.
All these tuggings are like coming out of the woodwork.
Just don't tug on my balls, please.
So her question is, what is your favorite sayings from the queens?
Oh, God, there's so many.
I will give you mine.
Okay.
My first one is from Jujubee, and it's, I love long walks, big dicks, and fried chicken.
Okay.
I've already said this, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade by Jasmine Masters. Mm-hmm. Yes. And, also just party.
From
by Adore.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Because Katya used it so perfectly in All Stars 3. Yeah. To Alaska.
Wait, which one was that?
That was the one where Alaska was just going to win from the start, so we kind of all knew it. And she had Roxy and Detox there, too. So it was like where Alaska Tox basically got Alaska to the end.
One of these people gave me the shirt on my back, and another queen was super talented, and so I'm going to vote off the queen that didn't give me the shirt.
Exactly.
For those of you who don't know, that was an Alaska impression, and it's, I like to say pretty accurate, if you want. Google it.
I thought she was here.
Yeah, I'm here. I can't believe it. Anus. There you go. My favorite, I think I love Choices by Tatiana.
Oh yeah.
I love using that gif because I'm just like, choices.
Right.
And then I love the one where people are like, when people are like, oh, you're cute. I'm like, I don't get cute. I get drop dead gorgeous from
Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I love Monique Hart when she's like, gooped. Or like, I was gooped, America.
No, my favorite is like, she's like, facts are facts, America.
Yes.
Facts are facts, America.
Yes. Oh
America.
my God. She's one of my favorites.
She
I love
should
her.
Run. People like, I feel like Biden and Harris need to have her run.
Oh my God. Their campaign. America.
Facts are facts, America.
I was gooped. Gooped. Oh my gosh.
All right. So, Val also has another question for us.
Oh man, they're just giving us questions.
She is a quizzical bitch.
What was it? She's inquisitive. There you go.
So who do you think is the most underrated queen?
Oh God.
See, for me, I feel like Tatiana.
Yeah.
Is totally underrated.
Yeah, because in her season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
She was like, meh. And when she came back, oh my God, when she came back for All Stars, she was good. And that, so one of my favorite lip syncs is her versus Alyssa Edwards when it's to Shut Up and Drive. And I'm telling y'all in the audience who are listening, I'll be at the gym and Shut Up and Drive will come on and I see that in my mind and I'm like, it's go time. I'll do like a squat and I'm like, fuck yeah. Oh yeah. And it's just like, okay, I got this. Gives me motivation.
We're cursing a lot in this episode. Maybe we need to...
Do we need to add an E for explicit?
Right.
I know this is family-friendly content, and again, I've said it before in other episodes that children need to start learning young. I do believe that children are the future, and we need to teach them well and let them lead the way. Also, don't swear, kids.
So my other one is Manila Luzon. Because I feel like she's underrated, and they always get rid of her.
Yeah, she had 3 times to try and do it, right?
Right.
It was in season 3, and then All Stars 1,
right,
and then All Stars 4.
Correct.
Or 5. 4?
4.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of underrated. I really feel like Asia O'Hara is super talented, and I saw her live, right? On her season, we all know the butterfly catastrophe in the finale, but yeah, rest in peace, butterflies.
But she's also the host of Drag Race Review in Vegas, so
yeah. I mean, well, and I will tell you, like, I saw the Work the World tour last year around this time, and she did this light show, and I was blown away.
Yeah, people were talking about it because it was like boxes, and circles,
and she did this
everything.
Like it was like baton twirling with like this light thing. It was fantastic. I lost my shit. I was like, oh my god. Or I lost my crap. I could not find it.
That sensor is going to have a lot of work. Beep.
But I'm trying to think. I do think Shangela also is really good. She grew a lot. And I think that she was pretty fun in All Stars. Oh, I know. Sugarcane.
Oh, okay.
I loved Sugarcane because she'd always be like, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, she was great. One of my favorite looks is from her in the end when she had that beautiful, it was like the dark maroon gown. Oh, it was gorgeous. Oh my God. Yeah. I think she was what is it? Underrepresented? What did you say? What was the word?
Underrated.
Underrated, for sure.
So who would you say is overrated?
Oh, well, so I have some unpopular opinions on that one. So last season, I think Crystal Method was overrated. I know. Everyone just clutch your pearls and hold your breath because I'm going to say, yeah, Paul needs some oxygen because it's left the room. I was not a fan of Evie Oddly.
Oh
which
my God.
I know. Again, these are unpopular opinions, and everybody, you are entitled to whatever you think because the world is a beautiful place.
Even though they're wrong,
it's okay. That's okay. And I also am. I know that Trixie and Katya have a huge fan following, but I just am like, meh, you're okay.
I will agree with you on Trixie. I love Katya, but anytime I see
Trixie is the less of the. I like Trixie less of the two.
Right, because it's like, I feel like Trixie is better when she's with somebody else that she can bounce off of.
Yeah.
It's hard when she's by herself.
I'm trying to think of other queens that are, it's overrated.
I did like her documentary, though. Moving Parts.
I didn't see that, but I think it's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to sponsor us, Netflix, we will gladly.
See, for me, I thought overrated was Valentina.
Oh.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. People gave her too many passes because she's pretty.
Yeah, you need to stop relying on that body.
Right?
Michelle Visage,
exactly. You're not Courtney Act.
Actually, I'm looking at the list now. I can appreciate Miss Vanjie, but I think that she was brought back as a fan favorite, and I don't think that she delivered as much as I wanted her to deliver in terms of looks. And I'm trying to
That was all personality. That's really
but don't get me wrong. She is a huge personality, and she can demand a room. And that's definitely fantastic. I think
you mean command the room.
Demand a room?
Command the room.
Or demand room. I demand you room.
It's like, I need the Uber for rooms. Where is that?
I demand a room. It's like when you get to a hotel. Demanding a room. We know, Paul, you were at what? The Sheraton?
Yeah.
We're going to go to the Sheraton and demand a room. We demand a room. I think also, Violet Chachki. I'm looking at the list right now, and I'm like, I forgot about all these people.
That whole season had a lot of, overrated.
Season 7 was like... because you followed up after season 6 where you had Courtney Act, Adore Delano, and Bianca Del Rio.
Right.
And that, I think, was when they changed the format of the show. So that's when you could tell a shift.
Well, and then they went with a lot of look queens. Because I think they had a lot of like comedy queens for a while and stuff like that. So they went a lot more looks. But that's also where we got Katya and Ginger Minge.
I like Ginger Minge. I think she was talented and not as. I think that they didn't give her enough airtime.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So let's see. What was your favorite season?
I think 6. Season 6 was probably my favorite.
I could watch season 6 over and over again.
I think I vividly remember it because that was what? Oh my god, that was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it was. So it would have been 2014, I guess, or 2013. So season 6, it was just you had such good personalities because that was also Laganja, and you have.
I feel very attacked right now.
Yeah. Oh, those are quotes. Oh, don't let me forget. We have a game to play where I'm gonna read quotes and I'm gonna have you guess who said.
Oh, and I keep saying.
Well, no, that's okay. That's okay.
But it's where
I'll just delete that one.
It's just also where Bianca went to the Beyonce looking one. I forget what her name was.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Kenya Michaels.
No.
She had the fake teeth thing that she would
yeah,
put in.
she had the
Trinity K.
flippers.
Bonet, thank you.
Yeah, Trinity K. Bonet. And she'd be like, so tell me, what do you do well?
Yes. Well, but that was reality TV, right?
Right.
Because then the format changed. I think season 6 was when you could tell it was changing. 7,
Yeah.
And season 8, it was kind of like, meh. And season 9.
Season 8 you thought was meh? Like with Bob the Drag Queen.
No, sorry. 7 was
Thor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, Derek Barry was on that one.
Yeah, but Derek Barry made for good TV. And Naomi Smalls.
Oh, yeah, I do love Naomi Smalls.
Acid Betty. Like, you had a lot of, like, really great personalities on that
I think
season.
after 8, it was a different format, because then they did the lip sync lives, right, where it was the whole lip sync for your life, which was one of my favorites is the Sasha Velour when she did So Emotional by Whitney Houston, and she did that pedal thing with her wig. Ooh.
Yeah, but I think that's like everybody's favorite lip sync. Like for me, okay, so we can just move on right to the favorite lip syncs.
There we go.
Okay, my favorite up there all time, no doubt. Watch it over and over again. Still gets me. Get chills. Cry. Do it all. Is Raven and Jujubee from All Star Season 1 doing Dancing on My Own by Robin.
Yeah.
Because it's like, not only were they just like crying and didn't want to do it and everything like that, but that song, when you listen to it, is actually a really sad song.
Oh, yeah.
To a dance beat. So it was perfect.
Do you know the history behind that song?
No.
So I may be wrong, but someone told me this sometime and I'm just going to go with it. But Dancing on My Own is apparently a counterpart to Call Your Girlfriend, where they're two different sides of the same story. Right?
Oh,
Call Your Girlfriend is like, hey, call your girlfriend, right? And then you have Dancing on My Own, which is the person that's being cheated on.
Oh.
Right? And then the Call Your Girlfriend is the cheater.
Okay.
I think it makes sense.
I'll have to look at that.
I know. We're going to roll with it.
I love Robin.
Yeah. What else? What other lip syncs?
My other one is You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman with Latrice.
Oh, and
Royale.
And Kenya Michaels.
When they were all, where they were supposed to be pregnant.
Yeah.
And she's just singing it to the baby. And I'm just like, you could see this, like, something take over her.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about, like, drag queens and drag races. Like, you see this, some people don't think it's a talent, but it is a talent to be able to, like, reinterpret this and get feeling out of a song.
100%. I think that I love to lip sync, and I have a lot of videos of me lip syncing to myself that I will send my cousin Val. Shout out to Val who sent the questions. We have a lot of Snapchat screenshots, which are, blackmail that no one will ever see, but it's fine. But I love that about lip syncing is because it's kind of just like, I don't know, you can have fun with it, and you're right, you embody something and you reinterpret it and then you make it something on your own, but also keeping it to the song. My favorite, I think I had mentioned, is the Shut Up and Drive. And then I also really liked, oh my God, I just had it in my brain. The Dita Ritz when it was
the Natalie
This
Cole
Will Be an
one.
Everlasting Love.
Yes.
Oh, and also Chichi DeVane when it was I Am Not Going.
Yeah, when the beads fell off.
What's the song? And I'm telling you, that one, talking about the emotion, you could tell that because she was up for elimination and she had a hard time.
Chi-Chi DeVane.
Yeah. But the talent that
But
queen
that took,
had.
yeah.
Oh my god, she was good. I'm trying to think of other lip syncs that really stood out. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad ones on that show.
Basically, all of All Stars 5, except for Evie Oddly, the first one.
I love
Assassins
you. I
was
literally
the
have a
worst.
line item. Let's talk about some of the lip sync assassins in All Stars 5. And that's what I have in quotes, everybody, because they did not assassinate. They were dead on arrival. They did not demand the room.
Or Command, whichever one. I mean, but it's like some of them kind of looked like they were kind of throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
They kind of
Yeah.
had half energy, kind of like all the ones in the lip syncs in Canada were kind
Yeah.
of lame.
Yeah.
But,
They were
like,
different. Canada Drag Race was interesting.
But I love the fact that they only use Canadian artists for all of their songs.
Well,
so it was great
yeah.
to see Tegan and Sarah in there, Ralph.
Yeah.
You
They
know.
had a good group of people, but they did the full song.
Oh yes, and I love that.
And I was like, it's still going. I would go and I'm like, okay, it's the lip sync for your life. Great, right? We got like 45 seconds and I'm sitting down there and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, I go walk around the block. I go to the gas station. I went to Canada and I came back and they're still lip syncing. I'm like,
The only one that I liked out of that one was Priyanka.
Yeah.
When they did Hello, because she was just so funny when every she'd be like Hello, she'd come over and like wave like she's your grandma and you're like leaving her at the home.
Yeah.
You know?
I liked the format of that. I think that some of the new countries are different because you have cultural differences, right? You have UK, you have Canada, and then
Thailand.
Holland.
Holland.
Thailand, yeah. Well, you know how I am with Thailand because I wasn't able to figure out my subtitles for like 5 years. I finally did.
For Holland.
But I will say, audience, now it's tough because when you have to watch something and read it, it's kind of like I have to take double the amount of time because I have to read it or like watch it, then pause and see what they're saying and then be like, okay. And I'm looking down, I'm looking up, I'm looking down, I'm looking up. And I'm like, what am I even looking at?
So the benefit for me and Andy is that we're old, so we watch everything with subtitles, so we've gotten really good at that.
I hate reading, and I'm just like, what are they saying? Well, and also Holland's tough too because they'll say some stuff in English,
yes,
and then in Dutch,
Hollandaise?
Hollandaise. I love a Hollandaise on a nice Benedict. Oh my god! When you demand a room, you need a Hollandaise. It's my favorite. With the Entenmann's, guys. You need the Entenmann's donuts. Oh my god! We need to tell them that story. I don't even know what it is.
I don't know how it happened. We just started doing it.
Well, so I think we're gonna just tangent really quick from Drag Race, but we were, I think, at Chorus or something. And I don't know, but like a New York accent came in, and then it was Entenmann's, and I'm like, wait, I love Entenmann's donuts. I really do love Entenmann's donuts. The chocolate, like dark chocolate one. Oh, I love the plastic taste to it.
Yes.
It's like artificial.
And we started going on like we were like New York Jewish women.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, so I told Morty.
Oh my
I said,
God.
hopefully they have an Entenmann's when we get there.
I love a good crumb cake from the Entenmann's, especially
but it gets
with
all
coffee.
over my dress. And
Oh,
I
my
just
blouse.
can't.
I know. Yeah, so that's us. Welcome. And then there was one time I think I sent you a picture of an Entenmann's. I was like, here you go. Anyway, back onto Drag Race.
The thing for me with Thailand, their outfits were amazing, and like the set was really cool, and I really got into it. My only thing was that in the lip syncs, they did a lot of like traditional Thailand kind of music. So I didn't know it, and it didn't have like, when you go to a drag show, you either want to see them like really give you like this big ballad and be beautiful and really give it to you, or you want to see them just get down and like, dance it out.
Yep.
So that was a disconnect for me, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Because Thailand actually is one of my favorites.
Well, I love seeing interpretations of drag in other countries.
Right, like Holland has a bearded guy.
Yeah.
And they also had one on the Switch, which
What's
is
the
another.
Switch?
It's a more global kind of drag race,
Okay.
but it doesn't have drag race in the name.
Okay,
but
so
it
it's
was
not
still
part of the
like
franchise or
an
whatever.
offshoot of it. Like Gia Gunn, I think, was in one season and stuff
Oh.
like that. But they had people from everywhere, every country, like China, US, Brazil, just everywhere you wouldn't normally have it when you do drag race here. And I will say, UK, I did like their songs better. Like when they came together as a group, like the Frock Destroyers.
Oh my god. I listen, that's on my shuffle for my Get It playlist. You can follow me on Spotify. That is like, I'll listen to that and I'm like, yeah, Bag of Chips is stunning. I got that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, again, I'm at the gym, I'm about to squat, and I'm listening to the Frock Destroyers. I'm like, yes, I can do that. So I actually want to talk about the reality part of it, right? Because you had mentioned the Assassins in All Stars 5. It's a reality show. So when I was watching All Stars 5, I'm thinking while I'm watching this, is this because this is how the producers want it? Or is it really because the Assassins are sucking right now?
I don't know, because like I just thought that they sucked because, let's be real, Alyssa Edwards, that was a horrible lip sync. Like,
yeah,
I've never
they were
seen
not
you do
good.
that.
There was nothing assassinating going on.
I mean, your energy was really down. But I'm also very upset that they gave Kennedy Davenport
a country song.
Fancy by Reba McEntire. I'm like, okay, so we're just going to like volley this up for the other person to take. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I think it was I'm starting to see it as, you know, again, nothing matters unless the cameras are rolling.
Right.
And it's a produced reality TV show, you know what I mean? Because I also heard that Jackie Cox, when it was the final for 11, was it season, or was that season 12?
Season 12.
Right, it was Jackie Cox, and there was an episode where it was either her or someone else that was going to go home. They filmed both endings, and they saw how the show was being perceived by the fans, and they aired whatever they felt. Oh yeah. There's a whole set of things that happen.
Theories.
Yeah, like the whole Willem thing. Remember that in season 4? But I like that. I love
was
the
like
drama.
5 or 6, wasn't
I don't know. They're all blended together. There's 12 seasons. It's 12 years of my life that I've invested into the show.
All right, so I have a good question for you. Which queen couldn't you stand on their season? Oh, she landed like fresh tilapia. Hello.
I didn't
with the wonky eyelash. Like, come on now. She was winking and waving at you. Let's go.
I also I feel like Silky.
Oh my God, Silky Nutmeg Ganache. That's mine.
So, but it's not Silky, it's Filky. Because that girl got a lift. I am Silky. If I have to lip sync for my motherfucker.
But you know what? So does RuPaul. And
wait, what?
Yeah, that was one of his things. Was I think a queen got upset because they thought they were making fun of his lisp, and actually RuPaul and them were making fun of his own lisp. So it was like, it became this whole thing, and it was like a scandal I found on YouTube when I was watching like 10 things you didn't know about RuPaul's Drag Race.
As we have discussed in a previous episode, those YouTube black holes will get ya.
But no, I couldn't stand Silky Nutmeg Ganache either because she came in with this idea of what she wanted and what her end game was, which is totally fine. Everybody does is a game. But she went about it the wrong way, and I was like, you can say it's the edit all you like, but you still said and did those things, so I'm done with you. Yeah, and I think the villain edit people get, because I think Roxy got the villain edit for sure, and there's a villain edit in every season, you know what I mean? But it's like RuPaul or what is it? Michelle Visage will be like, "Don't blame the edit. You said those things. You know, you are responsible for what you say." And I think that it's funny because I don't think that I had a lot of irked sort of feelings about the previous seasons, but once we got into later seasons, I'm like, there's like a clear villain. You know what I mean? You know what? I wish I could say that about season 12, but I didn't.
They were all friendly.
Oh well, except for Sherry Pie, she was the villain. But, you know,
that pie should have never been sold. It should have never been made.
She got the disappearance edit.
Yeah. Well, and it's the thing with her is that she was talented, but I remember that I had heard that she was still catfishing people while the show was airing. So she was she was catfishing people as whatever while the show was still airing. Cause I mean, I think that, you know, whatever his name, Joey, came publicly and said, "I'm sorry, I'm getting help," whatever. Yeah. But it was like, you're still doing this. There's reports of people that you've catfished the week before you were kicked off the show. Yeah. Yeah. So as you know, Paul, nothing matters unless the microphones are recording. So because of that, I wanted to do a little bit of a game. Okay. So you kind of are already playing the game, but not playing the game because you're really good at these quotes. But I have a list of some famous lines by drag queens in RuPaul's Drag Race fandom, and I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to say the quote, and we're going to see if you know who the person that said it is. Okay, so the first. Damn. Okay. I'm like, he said these all. So the first one is the shade of it all.
Latrice Royale.
Ding ding, winner winner. The second one is your tone seems very pointed right now.
Willem.
Damn. Okay. All right, everybody. I think we have. There you go.
And you didn't say it right. Your tone seems very pointed right now.
Okay, this one's an easy one. Go back to Party City where you belong.
Fifi O'Hara.
Choices.
Tatiana.
Mm-hmm. This is not RuPaul's best friend's race.
LaShawn Beyond.
And this one, I think you had said too. So facts are facts.
Monique Hart.
And then is there something on my face?
Pearl.
Okay. See? Again, everybody, listeners, we have a stan and a fan and a super fan. This is my favorite quote because of all of the like renditions out there, but it's, I don't have a sugar daddy. I've never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I could probably go out and get one because I am what? Sickening. You can never do that. You can never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl.
Shangela.
Laquifa Brown.
To Mimi on First. In Untucked.
In the Interior Illusions Lounge.
Yes, I love that place. Okay, so I'm going to give you one.
Oh, God.
And see if you could...
okay, I'm nervous.
And may I call you Jiggly?
Wait, who said that? RuPaul.
Okay.
See?
I
was like, well, I guess RuPaul is a famous queen. Okay. I think that's all I have. You just ran through those like nobody's business.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I watch it all the time, so it's...
Oh, wait, I have the last one.
Okay,
and I think we talked about this. She looks fucking bomb.com.org.co.uk.
Oh, that was Adore Delano.
Yep. When it's also Party. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was fun.
Okay, I have one for you then. Another one for you. I'm from Azusa, bitch. I'll cut somebody.
That's also Adore. She was season 6 and I liked her because she was like kind of one of the first ones that didn't fit the mold. Right? Where she wasn't like pretty. Because you had her next to Courtney Act, and Courtney Act was gorgeous.
Well, and here's the other thing, and not to, come down on anybody who came before, but like season 6 felt like it had people who had like talent.
Yeah.
Like both Courtney and Adore could actually really sing. Bianca really did comedy.
Yeah.
All those things. So it was like, okay, these people are actually coming with like actual skills.
One, and they had they had growth too.
Right.
Like you could tell from
Trinity K. Bonet.
Yeah. And Bianca was like, it came out as she was like in the beginning, like this hard ass. And then it was like, oh, I have a soft side because I'm going to be there for Trinity. Like, if you got to be anything outside, I'll be there for you. Yeah. That was a bad Bianca. I do a better Alaska. If you need anything outside of the season, I'm here for you.
Well, and I always thought that the rap challenge in that episode was great because I loved seeing Faith and Eve there. But like,
wait, which? Oh,
for season 6,
when
they all were like the different teams and they had to do a rap.
It was like the 90s rap, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but with that being said, which challenge, Minnie or Maxie, would you have crushed?
So, I would think either it wouldn't be a sewing challenge. It would not be a looks challenge. It would not be one of those like creative ones. It would either be like a singing or an acting challenge, I think. But I don't know because I feel like a lot of queens that have a specific skill set go in and then they like freeze up.
Right.
Where you have, who was a singer in the last one? Jan.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where she kind of like froze
Thanks,
up.
Nick.
That's one of our producers, Nick. Yeah. Where Jan was, I was not living the Jantasy. Another unpopular opinion, not a fan of Jan.
Not living that Jantasy?
I'm not living that Jantasy. When I am an extroverted person that is like very outgoing and a lot for some people, if you're a lot for me, girl.
I think she had the same problem. She came in with this idea of what was going to happen, just like Silky not make a nosh, but she went to the other extreme.
It was a lot. Oh, I'm like eyes wide open watching her, like, oh my god. Well, what? Okay, so mine would be a singing or an acting challenge. What would yours be?
So I know the exact challenge that I would kill.
Okay,
it's challenge from season 11, episode 3.
Okay.
It was the getting into the seduction concert where they had to do quick drag and then they had to like get by RuPaul, and RuPaul was like, name 3 seduction songs. And I'm like, I was a huge fan of seduction. I still am. I listen to Heartbeat all the time. That's one of the songs. 2 to Make It Right. And,
you're
Could
Michelle
This Be
Visage's
Love?
second fan.
I am. Like, but no, I loved seduction back in the day. Like, Heartbeat is still like, there's a 7-minute mix. I'll listen to that mix over and over again. Like, that's the one I would kill.
Okay, well, there we go. I don't know the specific challenge, but yeah.
So, I think we're going to wrap up here. But before we go into our wrap up, I wanted to do the other question from our listener, Chandler. So, if you had to get cosmetic surgery, I want to be a Libra. If you had to get cosmetic surgery,
You can demand a room with cosmic surgery. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hi, plastic surgeon. I need something cosmic because I'm going to demand this room. There we go.
I looked at that scary moon guy from the McDonald's commercials back in the day, like the 80s or something.
I don't know that, but I'm going to go with it. Wait, so cosmetic.
So cosmetic surgery, what would you get? Not Botox.
Like, we're talking plastic surgery?
Yes.
Oh my God, I have no idea.
And it was Mac the Knight, y'all. Mac the Knight. You want to be scared? Look up those commercials on YouTube.
Isn't he a rapper too? Probably. I don't know. So plastic surgery, what plastic surgery would I get? Man.
Anything, anywhere, you can pick and choose any body part you want. It's cosmetic, so.
I have a large nose. Not when you look at me from the front, but when I turn, it's like, whoa, there's a nose. It's my Italian heritage.
Okay.
Thanks,
So you get a nose job?
I guess maybe. And also, so I do have a deviated septum, so that would help with that.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like a 2-for-1, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
look at you.
Yeah. What about you?
So if I was on Drag Race, I get lips, but since I'm not,
are you going from Drag Race to regular to All Stars,
Yeah,
which is what
exactly.
everybody does? Oh, someone's got filler.
So I actually think I would get like a butthole rejuvenation.
What is that?
Like,
Is that where they make it tighter again?
yes! Come through, butthole rejuvenation.
I mean, so we have these things at work.
It's cosmetic. Okay?
We have these things at work called rejuvenation periods, and now I'm not going to hear anything but butthole rejuvenation. And I'll think of you. What are we rejuvenating? The buttholes. Well, hey, look, if you want to be pretty down there, that's all that matters. I will get rid of my nose, and you'll have a nice little booty hole.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Tuggers. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you guys for the questions and everything. Make sure to send them in. We are reading them and answering them.
And thank you for all of the questions, right? I think, you can slide into our DMs at tugayspod on Instagram, and then also email us. Please, please, please email us. We check it all. Check it all.
So tugayspod@yahoo.com.
Yep. Slide into our DMs. Other ways to contact us? I think that's it.
Send a smoke signal. I don't care.
I do, or
it.
carrier pigeon. I
Yes.
do love a good carrier pigeon. Those are my favorite.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great week.
See you next week.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show. If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.